All right, everyone. Welcome to the April 15th community call. We have a pretty light agenda today, but also some room for a bit more flexibility. So I'm going to be sharing my screen here. And also, yeah, I guess I need to pay attention to the room in case people want to show up. So let me just share my screen. All right, can you guys see this?
Yes.
Slideshow from beginning. All right, cool. Yeah, welcome to the community call. So the agenda for today, there's pretty light agenda. So we have some active proposals are in the snapshot right now. So we have Picnic, which is up on a snapshot. There's Creator Relations by Natalie. And then there's Radical NFTs, which are all in the proposal process. There's not much to talk about there unless any of these projects want to say anything. And then the other thing, the other topics are the current proposals in the forum. There's two proposals, actually myself and then Matt, who's on this call. And then there's new proposal ideas. So there's DAO House and Deacon, who's on this call. Some ideas for bounties for the DAO. And then RR2 phase 3 of the proposal process, and then breakout rooms. So I guess first off, if any of the previous projects who have gone through the proposal process have want to say anything, any updates or anything, I guess we can make a bit of space now if anyone has anything. If not, we'll just move on. But anybody have any updates or want to share anything?
Hey, Theo from Radical.
Hey.
Hello, everyone. So thank you to Eric for putting our proposal on Snapshot. It's cool. Also, we added some news under our governance posts. We want to implement a specific one, and it could be a new kind of partnership with Mingate. So we're excited about that, and we'll keep you up to date. And thanks for those that voted, and go to vote if it's not done.
Awesome. Anyone else, either from the current proposals or from previous teams who got proposals passed?
Happy, yeah. Reed here from, oh, sorry.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, okay, yeah, Reed here from the Coco NFT team. I guess for our first update officially for everybody who might not know, we rebranded from MyMuse to Coco NFT. We learned that not a lot of people could pronounce MyMuse and it was too confusing. We also wanted it to be really clear to creators and their fans, like what the links would all be about. So put NFT in the name to keep it really simple. So that's thing one. We're working with the Rarible team on actually getting the Rari so we can, kind of speed up our development time to be releasing something. And we've been following along all the updates that actually Alex, who I see here on the call, has been sharing regarding the lazy minting protocol. So yeah, we're still moving along and we're kind of focusing everything on a mobile first, or mobile web first UI, given we're so focused on Instagram. So working on the DF for that. That's about the update.
Hi, this is Jia from, oh, sorry.
Just a second. And this Coco NFT, is it the rebranding of some? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're the.
Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting. Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, no worries. This is Jia from Picnic. We're just heads down right now working on the MVP. It's actually pretty cool. I'm checking out the Sotheby's white label project, and We're also planning out for after the first test. Right now, what we're building is like what we propose, being able to connect your wallet and then generate a page and manage your NFTs. All this is hosted, and then you can just have your site go live. So very, very simple and basic, but we want to implement more features that would allow, like we just had this discussion with Eric yesterday, a lot of really cool ideas. So we actually spent all night kind of like planning out like the next stages after the first test. So if you want to test it out, probably in the next, we're planning early next week to have the very early stage like MVP done and ready to just like test. So if you're like want to try it out, just I'm Oja on Discord, and I'll also like send people more updates as we have more stuff. Feel free to reach out to me.
Awesome. Any other teams updates or anything?
Isaac working on Mystery Drop. Just wanted to share that we're getting close with the minting process. We're kind of integrating with the lazy minting API now. So if any other devs are kind of working on that, we can kind of work through like getting the first version of that working. So feel free to chat in Discord about that process. And then after that,
we're just starting our integration with the lazy minting.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I have some questions in the dev questions channel. So perhaps the first one of us that if you have like a successful API interaction with that endpoint, perhaps we can share some knowledge there. And then we're working next week on kind of the unboxing experience. So once the NFTs are minted, we'll have working on a system so that people can prove that they own it, and then they can hit our backend to unbox and pin the content. So look forward to that. We'll hopefully have a demo by next Thursday.
Great stuff. A lot of cool updates. Things are moving quickly, so it's really awesome to see. And it's also really awesome to see the cross-pollination and support, projects like Isaac, it's looking to work with other projects doing the same thing. I think there's going to be a lot of cross-pollination opportunities, so I'm really excited to see the collaboration and teams working together. I think it's going to be really awesome. So great job. Oh, Natalie.
Hey, no, I just wanted to give a quick update. We're with the Creator Collective or Creator Relations proposal. And thank you, Eric, as well, for putting that up on Snapshot for us. And I've been working with Mark and Jorge to get the Discord ready. And we created a little Google Forms. Any artists who want to submit to be a part of the NFT for Earth Day, we'll have a nice little Excel sheet, and then we can review all the submissions. And we're also, posting a bunch of different links for artists if they want to participate in how to themselves also donate to the carbon offset links. So just to like open up the dialogue for how they can participate. I know that Rarible will, but I think it would be cool if artists also do that. And that cross-pollination idea is very much something I'm hoping this group can be a part of. I was thinking possibly like we could be user testers for any projects you guys have, because we're the artists a lot of times these projects are for. So yeah, reach out, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're hoping the newsletter will drop today for the artists, hopefully.
Great. Thanks, Natalie. All right, I guess next we can move on to proposals in the forum. So I guess I can start. So I started working with Alex and Alexi, I guess a month now. And one of my, in the initial, I guess, negotiations or discussions we were having, we were talking about whether, well, originally, I guess I was just supposed to work for Rarible, and I proposed that I work for the DAO instead, because I guess my background's in DAOs, and my personal opinion is that if I'm, representing Rari holders and trying to go the ecosystem, it's probably better if I'm working for the DAO and, just like all the other contributors. So that's what I'm proposing doing. My proposal's up. My background is I've been working in the DAO space for a few years now, with originally with DAO Stack, Genesis DAO, and then with Metacartel, and then all sorts of early DAO experiments. I've been part of many DAOs, founded many DAOs, helped a lot of projects decentralize, navigate the legal issues and the decentralization tools and all that. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing that for Rarible, and looking forward to kind of grow a very vibrant ecosystem that I think this NFT space is just going to explode, I think, with innovation and composability, and I think we have a really good chance of being at the center of that. So I'm hoping to help this whole project succeed.
That's really great to hear, Eric. It only reinforces my excitement to be integrating into and be a part of the Rarible DAO ecosystem, to see you actually be a part of and serve the DAO itself. And that's really cool. Yeah.
Thanks.
As soon as I can figure out how to vote with a multi-sig wallet on the proposal, I will.
Oh, you probably can't.
I think there's a way to do it. I've heard there's a way to do it. I need to look at some documentation. We're all figuring this stuff out.
Yeah, it's just, oh, there is a way. Nice.
Yeah, there's a way to there's a way to connect a Gnosis multi-sig wallet to do approvals on contracts and do voting on contracts. I'm not familiar with it.
So RL, you're saying that there is a way to vote? I would be curious to have the link, just because multi-sig contracts have hard times to sign actually something. So they can call, they can make transactions, but it's hard for them to sign. Well, either way, you can always transfer that out, vote, and get back in quickly until it's.
When I figure it out, I'll send you screenshots or documentation. I promise you.
Okay. Awesome. I wanted to highlight how excited is the Rarible team, that the Rarible DAO finally starts to fulfill its initial vision to be independent organization on which great developers as you are building, great developers as you are the part of, and Eric. I'm so glad that Eric found its way to be directly engaged with the DAO and not with the Rarible team, because it's always this hard times, like how who's doing what in Rarible and how connected that is to the original project. So we're super happy to have Eric here, and Eric, you might share the link to a proposal or something like that, and that's probably the general advice. I think when you're talking, I missed a previous meeting, and now I have a little bit less of a context. And when people are speaking, it would be much easier for me to track if there would be something on the screen showing the text of a proposal or just some work in progress. Something like that would be really great.
You're in luck.
Okay, I'll stop here.
Okay, so that's my proposal. The other thing, just briefly, I did add a proposal template to the Rarible forum. So any new teams that come along, you should just be able to copy and paste that, which should get you up and running really quickly. Okay, Matt, do you want to talk about your proposal?
Yeah, absolutely. So I uploaded a PDF for everyone, just really quick, to size up sort of like the first onset of value we could provide. And Eric, to your point, what you can see here on that PDF is a testament to the work that you've done since you've joined the team. You've got 60% of proposals, total proposals from what I could track between the forum, and on Snapshot, just in the last 45 days. But that also helps to, show the community, this opportunity that is, and we all believe probably going to continue to grow, exponentially into the future. And working with you initially coming into this, we had some ideas that did overlap, right? And so the ability to then, cross collaborate or cross pollinate, as you say, with other people in the community to add value is going to be very, very important. So in my proposal, you'll see I've sort of shifted to, the backside. So after proposals are accepted, right, we have to be able to show, how can we identify opportunities to streamline the process to make it more efficient, so the innovators who are putting proposals through, can actually get those through and do it in an effective way. We also believe that, you're eventually going to get to a point where there's so many proposals, it's hard to keep track of everything that's going on. And this is just in the data that I was able to pull from both of those pieces in the last couple of days. So the goal for myself and our team, and I've worked with a few of you thus far, and I'll say that Joe, who's on the call as well, who's also had some similar aspirations with helping Rarible, is to be able to be the things that typically innovators don't want to do. So like updates to the community, or being able to write up from a journalistic way, things that are happening with the products that are being launched, making sure that they get the right exposure. And what you'll see in that PDF at the bottom is an example. I don't know if you can let me share my screen, Eric, if you would like doing that, if you mind enabling that for me. But it's just a window that we can do as an iterative process just into what's happening, where myself and my team can check in with each stakeholder at all the accepted projects on a bi-weekly basis, whatever works for everyone. But then we can make sure that those updates and what's happening get into the newsletter, get into, with Masha, get out there and making sure that it gets the exposure that it deserves. I think that the community overall, updates on what's to come with accuracy is going to be very, very important. I'm very bullish on, what Rarible is doing with the ecosystem. This really does open it up, to the world to be able to experience NFTs in a great way. And I think that we can actually lead the pack on that. So if I can share, I don't know if you did that, Eric, if I can do that.
Should be able to share.
All right, cool. So I just put together just some examples of what my team can do to track some of this. So like this is, these are all the current accepted ones, but we can have a snapshot. We can make a window of all the different proposals or projects that are being worked on. Anything that we would want to be able to track. Logging I can do right here. The different statuses of the proposals themselves, how things are transponding, throughout the organization. As others in the community want to maybe come on and be a resource to collaborate with existing projects, there's got to be a common place from which that can be done. So the goal here is just to show you how this would benefit, but still remain an iterative thing for the community to be able to utilize. At the end of the day, it also would be able to show, when the DAO is wanting to be able to think strategically into the future about how to position the brand, they want to be able to do that with some sort of confidence in what's coming. Now, I've been at big companies, I've been an entrepreneur all my life, I've had a few exits, but typically process slows down innovation. And that's the opposite of what we want to happen here. This is all about making sure that we can track everything that's coming through in a simple and effective way to make sure that we can get these updates to the community, allow engineers and innovators to be able to do exactly that. So this is the start of the initial proposal. What I'll end with is that I believe in these services and what we can do to be able to make sure that more proposals that are coming through are accepted. So you'll see on that PDF, the gray on the bar chart is what I could track were accepted proposals. Some of those statuses have to be worked a little bit, but everything that we have here, everything that we can do to be able to help advance this forward with the community, whether the proposal gets accepted or not, let me just say that we're here to help, and this is available to anyone who's on the call today, regardless. So that's in a nutshell what we want to be able to do. Thank you very much for your time.
So excited to work with you, Matt and Eric, and the whole Rarible community. I think this is going to be a huge positive.
Yeah, I guess a little bit of background, like last week's call, we reserved the end of the call for accountability, talking about accountability and like how to improve accountability in the DAO. And I guess, Matt, so you posted something on the governance forum. Are you going to make an update to that post? Because it looks like what you're talking about here is quite different than the original post. So I guess.
Yeah, because that's example of the burgeoning marketplace, right? Like there's time now to be nimble and sort of shift where that value gets added. But eventually this call, is a small sliver of like the entire community. So we got to make sure that we get the value of the stakeholders that are here out to that community. So I did shift to the sort of back door. But what this also ends up being is, we're innovators, right? So we are early adopters in this. We're at the front of the process. But if you've got an accepted proposal and you deliver that value to the community in a successful way, in my opinion, like there should be some credibility that gets associated with your group. So when you come back to the community again in the future for additional funding or whatever, like that credibility should follow. And so this is just a way for us to be able to track that with confidence and make sure that that value gets realized. So I will update the proposal. Here's my
All right. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, next up we have Deacon from DAO House.
Hi, how's it going?
Hey, Deacon.
Thanks for inviting me, Eric.
Yeah, I spoke with Deacon like a couple weeks ago. He had a cool idea. I thought it'd be good to loop him into the ecosystem and what we're doing. So yeah, you can just share like what the concept is.
Sure. So yeah, so DAO House is a platform for launching DAOs using the Mollet contract. It's actually owned by a DAO and actually now by a DAO of DAOs, because it's like all the DAOs on our platform all have governance in the way that we manage our token and build our product. So yeah, we like what you were talking about earlier. We've been looking for lots of ways to collaborate and with other projects in the space. Actually, Jonathan, we just made an integration with Mintgate. We've got a couple other things, something with Gnosis Safe and a few other projects lined up, which it's really cool being able to like extend your DAO and offer that to our users. One of the requests we get a lot is about NFTs. And so I see that DAOs can have a really cool space in the NFT world, and in the future, like curation kind of in the creator economy. I think DAOs will have a lot, both either like a collector DAO or a creator DAO. So a collector DAO is like adding curation because they're collecting the NFTs that they like or think are valuable or for whatever reason. And one of the things we're seeing with the DAOs that are popping up now is a lot of these creator DAOs where it's artists kind of pooling together and creating these artist kind of co-op kind of artist communities like NFDAO and Defiant Pixel Society and a couple others that are using the same kind of thing where they want to be able to hold NFTs in their DAO, and then what that means is that it's through governance that they're managing, like the transferring of the NFTs, or buying and sending NFTs into the DAO, and then so what we were talking about with Rarible was there seems like there's a lot of cool integrations here, because another option may be selling your NFTs directly from your DAO. So a DAO could have their own kind of marketplace where they put up NFTs for sale, or they could even have ones that aren't for sale and just like that they like. And having it across the whole ecosystem, you almost have like a store for each DAO. And then you also could have like a view of all the stores and like all the different DAOs and how they've rated their NFTs and which ones they're selling and things like that. So yeah, I think there could be something really cool there. And it's a request we get a lot. So I thought it was something worth kind of brainstorming around.
I have a couple instant thoughts on that. First of all, I wanted to say thank you. It's an awesome project. I created a DAO myself on DAO House. It was an awesome experience. I love the simplicity of the Moloch DAO concept. And I've been dreaming for so long now, the collector DAO, when you can, that would be a Moloch DAO, like just 5 collectors take 5 assets, I don't know, whatever number of assets, and they form a DAO, and anybody can knock and say, I want to be in your DAO, and I bring this asset, and I want this part of the DAO for this. So that would be like, I don't know, like a DAO index fund for NFTs, something like that. And that would be it. Everybody tries to build a nice index for NFTs. And there is NFTX that allows you to make like plain indexes when every NFT costs the same. But here would be like completely flexible DAO index that would be just selling items, buying items, whatever they want. Important point you've touched is that DAO needs to be able to hold assets, to buy assets and sell assets. I'm not sure if Moloch DAO can hold assets now.
So there's kind of 2 levels to that, or there's different types of vaults or treasuries, really. The main treasury is just an ERC20 treasury, and it's unique because it has this rage quit, which is like the Moloch thing. But if you quit the DAO, you take your fair share of some percentage of that treasury, depending on your shares, or a different kind of representation called loot, which is non-voting shares. But then we have these kind of satellite vaults, which would be what would hold the NFTs. So those aren't directly rage quittable, but they can be managed and collectively, and can only be accessed through proposals. So one configuration may be that you have your vault where you're holding your NFTs and selling them, and like the profit from selling may come back into the main treasury. But yeah, we wouldn't necessarily be like on rage quit tokenizing an NFT. You'd have to continue to be a member, really, to be a part of that community, to have access to these vaults. But if you did tokenize one, you could put that token into the main treasury if you wanted.
I've been this is actually really exciting that this came up on this call today, because I've been kind of thinking about, I've been doing some modeling on how exactly like an NFT holding DAO rage quit would actually work. And I've been like, this other project I've been working on is basically like a combo of like DAO House and Flamingo DAO, and I've been actually spinning up DAOs on DAO House to like test it out.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm just excited that this came up today. If you guys like, there is like this, I'll just show you guys a quick, if you don't mind, I'll show you like this spreadsheet that I put together. So this is a model for, imagine that the NFTs that are locked in a DAO are worth like $100. And then in a treasury, like a free spend treasury is worth around $100. How would you calculate like a fair buyout price for somebody? Because you can't rage quit and split and just unwind NFT holdings. But what you can do is say, if I'm going to rage quit and get my share of the treasury, what's the fair buyout price for my NFT shares? And so it turns out that there's a pretty simple formula here where if you want, say, to be even money after this, where everybody still gets their same holdings after I leave, then it's like, you know, you pay like $1.30 per share, and then you can buy somebody out, and then they can rage quit. And it's basically like they were never there. Everyone's holdings are the same. But what if you wanted there to be some premium left, where it's like buyouts are kind of costly, so we actually want there to be like a premium of $10 or like 10% more, then you would pay 60 cents per share, and then everybody else that's still in the DAO gets a 10% premium. So there's some really interesting, so what I've been trying to think about is like, is a buyout model where you actually propose like, hey, everybody buy me out? Or what I was thinking about yesterday is, could you have like an ongoing auction for shares where if anyone wants to get out at any time, they could list, these are the shares that I want to get out of. And then you can basically automatically have that price finding mechanism where if it gets to the point where somebody wants to acquire your shares, they can just get in. So yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts.
That's a really interesting idea. The buyout idea is cool. A lot of times with the rage quit, it's just like someone just wants to get out right away before the next proposal passes, which would dilute them.
Would dilute, that's right.
But I think in practice, it's almost more like people probably half the time or even more, they just rage quit because they don't like the direction that the DAO's going. It's not necessarily because this next proposal is going to dilute them, but it's like the next 5 proposals, they're not, the general direction is not like where they want to go. So that buyout model would work really well in that situation. So that's a really cool idea. I like that. And another thing we've talked about is like
can I riff for just a minute, Deacon, if you don't mind?
Yeah, Jonathan.
I'm also just so buzzing with excitement about this idea of like DAO collateralization on a plethora of different NFTs that people come and bring as offering to join the DAO. This is really cool to me, combined with the fact that NFTs can be used to actually gain access to any valuable piece of data or content on the internet. So someone could be like a video creator who does maybe they do videos that they speculate on stocks or whatever it might be as a creator. They can token gate their content, and then literally that NFT is their life's work, or is access to view the work that they do. And that's the offering they're bringing to the DAO, is like, me as a creator, I want to join this DAO, and there's a limited set of access passes for anyone to view my content, and I'm giving the DAO this extremely limited edition, pass to watch any of my content. That's fascinating to me.
I love that. That's a super cool idea. Maybe with the integration we're doing. So the integration we did with Mintgate is that if you're a DAO shareholder, there's token gated content. But we could add these other layers of like, does the DAO own something?
All right, just to end this topic, it sounds like there's some cool collaboration opportunities I'm really excited about. Thanks, Deacon.
Yeah, Isaac, I'd like to talk to you some more about your idea. That sounds really cool.
Thanks. Yeah, I'll reach out to you, and I'll make that spreadsheet public, and I'll post that in the link so that you all can see kind of how that works.
Cool.
All right, we had like a breakout room exercise that we could try. Again, it sounded like last week people enjoyed that. Good way to get to know each other and just like build some teamwork or collaboration, or I don't know, human connection. But before that, I wanted to ask Roberto, I know we were chatting briefly about like Web3 API stuff. Do you want to talk about that today, like really briefly, or we can move it to next week? It's up to you. Well, maybe.
Sure, I can just bring a quick like intro. So hi guys, I don't know if you hear me fine. Yeah.
Hello? Yeah.
Cool. So very briefly, Web3 API is a project that aims to wrap protocols so that they're easy to interact with in any language. We started as a hackathon project. We were able to raise some initial funds to create a core of the tooling, and we're working on bringing in more projects so that we can allow like composability and ease of access. So I've been just sharing a few ideas with Eric over the last couple of days, and it seems it might be a good opportunity to maybe align a SDK that would wrap Rarible's protocol and allow interaction of the protocol through GraphQL queries. So that would bring the possibility of integrating, say, applications done in C++, Python, and not just JavaScript like Rust. So yeah, like that's pretty much an intro to what Web3 API is. I'll just share a link in the chat, so if anyone's interested, can take a look.
Yeah, I'd be curious to know what Alex, if Alex, you're still around, if you heard that or you have any thoughts on that. So I guess it's above my level of comprehension exactly what the implications of this would be.
I think we actually spoken to Roberto about that, right? So that's an easy tool that allows you to create SDK for any programming language. So right now, yeah, we actually have that interesting collaboration. One of the mobile apps is working on top of Rarible protocol, and I'm actually like really curious how are they gonna make these interactions, because like usually, obviously dApps are built in JS, are widespread, and you don't need something like that to interact with them from JavaScript. But if you want to build a mobile app, so I don't know, there is a lot of just like mobile wallets libraries. Like, do you support? How is this compared? What is the connection between the mobile wallet library SDK and your SDK, for example? So if I'm creating a wallet and I use iOS SDK for Wallet Connect, right? So I've connected the wallet. They give me some API, internal mobile iOS API to interact with the wallet. What do I do then with your SDK? So I need to sign it. I need to sign a transaction, right? So I need to collect a wallet.
So I'm not the lead developer. I know like some of the high level overview of it. I do know that there is like the wallet attribute that you can just call like a window wallet, is it? Like that part of the browser functionality that allows you to connect to the wallet itself. Now that you mentioned Wallet Connect specifically, Wallet Connect is listed as one of the launch partners. So we expect to have an integration with Wallet Connect in the near future, and also with like Gnosis Safe and stuff. So
yeah, it's just I was trying to refer that we have this Web3 API in JS, which is standardized, and in mobile everyone gives you something different when you talk to the wallet. So not really sure, but so like my overall understanding of that project is it's like future proof. So we have how many, 2 mobile apps for blockchain now. I don't know. I think the only like really well working dApp on mobile is Zerion. You can actually connect a Trust wallet, you can connect a MetaMask wallet, you can connect Wallet Connect inside one app to another, and that's it. So you probably need to talk to them and ask what was their path, and if you can make the same path for everybody else simpler. Rarible will build mobile wallet as well, and would be really like curious to try your product out. But obviously, as far as we will get and more apps, that will be more and more in demand.
Okay, cool. So possibly a proposal there, maybe some more questions to answer and things to flesh out. All right, so we have 15 minutes. I thought we could just do a fun breakout exercise in breakout rooms. A topic that I had in mind is maybe just people talking about, where they're at in life or in their professional career or in their project, talking about things that they need help with. So, like how can the other people in your breakout room potentially help you? And, seeing if there's ways to collaborate or build connections or anything like that. So it can be related to Rarible or not. But yeah, so we'll break out into rooms, 3-4 people, take a minute to think about the topic, and then everybody 2 minutes each, and then we'll just end it like that. So when you're done, you can leave. Try to end it at 11 o'clock because everybody has a busy life. But yeah, hopefully this will get everybody to get to know each other, and hopefully people can help each other out with things they're working on.
Eric, and I can say like my 5 cents. As
sorry.
usual, I'm dropping a link to our DAO newsletter if somebody is not subscribed yet to that. And we also have a Clubhouse starting in 15 minutes for the product updates and like an open discussion. So I'm also going to drop a link to that.
Thanks, Masha. So sorry about that. I gotta get better at following the agenda. All right, so let's try these breakout rooms.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you,
All
everybody.
right. See you guys next week.
_idiot said open mouth face.
All right. How do I do this? Open all rooms.
See you guys.
Bye. I don't know what I did, but I'll just
All right, see you later. Take care.
see, man. Hey, you showed up here.
Hey there. Yeah, I guess I clicked leave breakout room instead of leave meeting, but all right. Well,
Cool.
I'll see you later, Eric.
Yeah, how did your room go? Did you guys?
It went well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was with Alex and I can't remember the name of the project, but mystery drop.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it was good. Mostly, learning about mystery drop sounds really interesting. Sounds really cool. Like, like packs of cards, packs of NFTs, I guess, kind of have a certain launch date that they can be open. And then just getting some clarification on some of my code with the Rarible minting
Oh, nice.
and the lazy thing. So
I'm finding that like these rooms, I'm giving topics and like nobody's really following the topics.
Oh, really? I didn't see the topics.
Oh,
As
you
it
didn't
being
see the
sent
topic.
Yeah, is that like supposed to be in the chat or?
Yeah, I sort of verbally mentioned it, but yeah, no.
Oh
it's
no,
good.
you're right. You were talking about like previously, like getting help or asking for help in the connections, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Alex, I mean, it helped me, in like, kind of
Cool.
going through the code like that. So that was nice. But
Awesome.
yeah, I just need more time to actually dive into code.
All right, guys, I gotta hop off because I got another call, but it's good chatting.
Same.
Yeah.
All right, see you, John.
Take care. Bye, Eric.